Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is Madam 81, and I'm coming back to you again. This time I'm coming with an article from the New York Post. First federal inmate tests positive for the coronavirus. The article is done by Craig McCarthy, and article starts off by saying an inmate jailed in the New York City Metropolitan Detention Center has tested positive for the pandemic COVID-19, marking the first coronavirus case of a detainee in the federal prison system. The inmate remains in isolation at the federal jail in Brooklyn following the confirmed case, said a spokesman for the U.S. Bureau of Prisons. The inmate was hospitalized for chest pains on Thursday when health officials tested for the bug, according to the BOP. Prison officials immediately placed the prisoner in isolation once they were released from the local hospital on Friday, the spokesman said. On Saturday, the test came back positive, and all other inmates housed near the infected detainee were quarantined and affected areas were sanitized, according to the BOP. No staffers in the jail have tested positive for the coronavirus. The Associated Press first reported the case. Over the last week, the federal prison system has tried to prevent the spread of the virus in its 122 facilities by suspending inmate visits and limiting prison transfers. 2 federal prison staffers, one in a guard in Payne, Texas, and another in Leavenworth, Kansas, were confirmed to have contracted the virus on Friday, according to the BOP. Neither had any contact with inmates, according to the BOP. The news of the coronavirus case inside the federal prison system comes as civil rights groups warn of unsafe breeding ground for infectious disease. On Friday, the Legal Aid Society sued the Department of Corrections for the release of more than 100 inmates awaiting trial. Mayor Bill de Blasio, his administrator had said it will release a few dozen inmates who are most vulnerable to the bug from city jails. And that's it. And it's crazy. Now, as I was reading, I noticed that they said a couple of key things. And one of the most important things was none of the other employees, prison guards, well, they didn't say all the employees. They just said the prison guards. The prison guards were not, nobody had tested positive. All the other people that were housed near him went into quarantine. So my question would be, how did COVID-19 get in there? I mean, it doesn't make sense to me. If none of the affected people was in there and he didn't have contact allegedly with anyone, then how does it get in a federal prison system? Did it get in there because of poor sanitation? Did it come through the food that the prison inmates eat? I definitely have questions about that. And then 2 other COs, well, we call them COs down here. 2 other COs, they tested positive in 2 different states. But in Brooklyn, Even though they limited or took away visiting for the inmates and prisoner transfers, he still was able to maintain the coronavirus. That's very puzzling. I mean, how do you like, I'm just stuck on that one question for real. Like, how do you catch something and you're in a facility? Well, I mean, it's not a question of how, because anybody that's ever been to jail or prison would tell you that jail or prison is some of the most unsanitary places that you could have the misfortune of being in. So, man, my thoughts and prayers go out to the gentleman that's battling that, and the gentleman that's on quarantine. May he be the only one. Definitely they should do an investigation on this. Definitely they should, try to figure out what the hell and how the hell it got there in the first place when no one else allegedly is testing positive as far as the staff. As far as we know, the COs, not the people that work in the kitchen, not the administrators, anybody else, the doctor that's actually there at the prison. Like, I have questions about that. But anyway, in the meantime, you guys drop down in the comments. I'm going to just keep you updated on different stories dealing with the coronavirus, because and a little mix of other stories too, just to keep everybody informed and stuff like that. I got a lot of comments, and I thank everybody that commented and everything. And for some reason, on site April, that comment that they that you put in my they won't let me post it. Like, I'm not sure. I don't see any issue with it, but they definitely won't let me post it. I haven't been trying to post. They haven't been trying to let me post it. Like, even when I push the approve button, it still won't let me accept that comment on my comment community comments and stuff like that. So just to let you know, I didn't ignore you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, the revolution will not be televised. Keep your eyes to the sky and your ears to the wind. With that being said, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Please don't forget to drop down in the comments and comment on any of my stories. And until then, guys, I will talk to you later.